Hey guys, we're going to draw some more zones. This is something that, like I said in training or in your modules, I do want you to become really, really comfortable with. So we're going to continue doing this. And I'm going to do it now that we have some current price action on the go. We're going to look at the euro and the yen. So we're going to start by, so just a brief overview. You want to look for an engulfing candle, right, surrounding price. And again, an engulfing candle is a candle that literally kind of eats up the one behind it. And we want to see, of course, one, like a red candle engulfing a green candle, or a bearish candle engulfing a bullish candle, or vice versa. You don't want to see two of the same color. That wouldn't be considered a good engulfing candle for what we're doing, okay? So we're going to, right off the bat, I can see a really good one right here. What are we? So we're on the 4-hour time frame, you guys. So I can see if I move over, this candle here is completely eating up this little guy. We might have a little, yeah, so the wicks on the bottom, if you really zoom in there, the bearish candle, the red candle, is actually a little bit lower, but we're going to use it and just confirm by going back in time. So you can always do that too, okay? So again, add some zeros. I think TradingView might have changed their rectangle tool because it's not automatically putting my zeros in. Now I could have definitely messed something up as well, so I won't fully blame them. So we have that zone in. So this is now our zone. Okay, this is now our zone. And we confirm that by going back, looking to see that price respected it. Okay, so we can, and we need to see that at least 3 times. I can see right here, we can see, I want to go back in time and show you some examples. So right here, absolutely not. It kind of broke right through the zone. It's not always going to respect your zone, of course. So let's go way back and see. Okay, so we have another resistance area here. So right here, we see that price respected the zone as resistance. Same with here. Okay, so we have multiple times now that we can see price respecting this zone, okay? If it didn't, if we looked over and it did not at all, we would scrap the zone. So obviously we have a bunch of breakouts of the zone, but that's fine because we're going to look for some above price now. So let's go back to current price. So now we want to have a zone above. Okay, so we're going to, again, let's look for a good engulfing candle. You do want to look for it too. Sorry guys, I should have mentioned this last time, at an area of support or resistance. So you want to look to see roughly, like I can tell here, this is going to be an area right off the bat. So what I would normally do is plot a line here roughly in that area, just so that when I go back in time, I don't get confused. So I do see an engulfing candle actually right here. Do you guys see that? I do see one right there. So this little guy is being engulfed by the big bearish candle. So we can go ahead and use that. Some people wouldn't because there's a little tiny, like not even a pip, I would say, of slippage above that. But I don't get too picky when we're doing zones because zones are never going to be perfect anyway, all right? So we're going to add those zeros. Yeah, I don't know. I must have messed this tool up, y'all. I'm going to have to go back and figure out what I did there. Hopefully they didn't change the tool. It's been the other way for years. So we're seeing right away that, you know, price is really respecting this level. We can remove that horizontal line, and now we're going to go back in time once again to make sure we get 3 areas that price did respect the zone. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3. Okay. So, all right, and 4. So this is a really good zone. And this is something to note too. Price is respecting this zone multiple times. So what does that tell us? It tells us that this is a really strong zone. So this is a zone I would mark right away as something to look for. Okay, when I see price coming towards this zone, I know that it's much more likely to respect it because we can see that multiple times it already has. The other thing to note is that with zones, the most recent action is paramount. So it's most important, okay? What price has been doing recently is going to tell you a lot more than what it did 5 years ago. It's not that we don't listen to or that we ignore the history of price action. It's just that anything more recent is generally going to hold up better in current trades, okay? So we're looking now, we have one above. I'm going to do one below, okay? We're going to do one below. So again, let's plot that line in just a general area. So I would think, honestly, here, roughly. Now, I'm not being really particular, okay, because we're just going to look for, we're just looking for a zone anyway. So right here, I mean, ignore this. This is probably news. I can't recall what that news was, but it was something big. We're going to go back again. And sometimes this is half the battle looking for an engulfing, but we've lucked out today because I can see one right here. You see that? So right where our line was. So sometimes this can take a long time, guys. Whoops. All right, let's get our rectangle drawn in there. Almost lost them. So this one's going to be a little smaller. No, not really. Again, add some zeros. Guys, I don't want to confuse you with this either, the coordinates section. Don't overthink anything like this. All I'm doing here is extending the rectangle. Okay, it's nothing complicated. You don't need to do this. You can manually drag it if you want. This is just, that's all I'm doing. I'm extending it. There's no rhyme or reason except for the fact that I want to see price respecting zones over time, right? So this makes it much more easier than obviously dragging it. All right, let's go back to current price. Now, obviously we can see a zone here. Sorry, I didn't go back. I didn't check for my 3 touches, but I know we had them because I did eyeball it when I was there. This zone is a little bigger. I thought it was going to be smaller, but it is bigger now that we're zoomed up. That's totally fine. Some of your zones are going to be larger than others. No worries at all. So we can see actually we're getting a breakout right now. So price came down, it touched this zone. We can see that rejection here, that rejection candle, okay, and that automatic movement up. Let's see what our trend is here because I think we're just consolidating lately on EJ. I know we were down for a long time. Yeah. So we can see a bit of consolidation happening now. I do not like to get into trades when I see areas like this. Let me highlight this consolidation area. So all of this, you guys, so this stuff that's happening here, this up and down movement, I don't like to trade within that. I want to trade when price is moving in one direction, okay? However, to continue on with the video and what I normally would do, let's go back to the 4 hour. So we want to see a break of a zone. So lately, and I'm talking in the last 24 hours, we've been on a small uptrend, okay? So if you are someone who doesn't mind trading against the trend, and that's fine, you totally can do that. I generally will not, but if it fits your plan, if you want to trade the minor trends, you could certainly enter here, okay? So you could either enter using the breakout method, which is in your training, or you could use my method. I would generally wait for price to pull back, okay, after candle close, to pull back and touch, and I would enter here at the zone and ride up. That's not saying price will go ahead and do that. I need to see a bit more price action here in order to confirm. And again, I personally wouldn't enter this particular trade, okay? I'm only looking for sells. So I think I did actually sell up here somewhere. But I would not get in now anyway, because I can see that we're in a consolidation phase. And that is it, you guys. I'm actually going to go film a video on a really, really cool strategy that I've been testing lately. Really, really great for beginners and just, yeah, really cool strategy. So I'm going to go film that and I will post this in our group and I will see you in our next video.